I have two topics today that will, what I'm really looking forward to. Here I've got an audio confirmation. Mute that, and we'll have speaker bot confirmation here momentarily, or a few moments. Here it is.
DougBot said, "Hi, how you doing?"
Yep, that's coming through. And I'm going to actually listen to it. Yep. We got a remote session for an issue about trying to print a receipt, which is a fairly common thing now to get called to do. I just had this happen about a week ago, a little over a week ago, for a client trying to print a receipt for a beachside house that they rented. And the second one is another interesting topic from Sam Lazar about doubling up of contacts in email accounts. So I'm looking forward to those. Greg M says, "Oh, geez, printers." Yeah, well, sometimes it's kind of surprising. I got this lozenge in my mouth, and when it scrapes across my teeth, it sounds loud to me. Do you guys hear that? Well, I can find out myself. I'll just listen. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Josh Kinder, if you're out there, you can come into my Zoom, and I'm going to step away from the camera for a moment and turn the air conditioner on. I have my Log Me and Rescue set up. Josh Kinder's, we're connecting to his Aunt Mary's computer. So let's do, yeah, let's let you go to the lobby already. How about that?
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
There we go. That's better. Josh is in Zoom. I've got you muted right now, Josh. I'd like you to stay muted for a little bit. And you should be hearing me, Josh, on through Zoom. So you can mute the YouTube audio if you haven't done that already. Let's see. Where do I want to start with this? I'm going to go take a look at the email that he sent. Both of these issues came in this morning, which I was just thrilled about. Yeah. I mean, that was not sarcasm. That sounded sarcastic. No, coming in a couple hours before showtime is just awesome. Because if it comes in the day before, then it's just on my mind all night. I have trouble sleeping because, yeah, Doug. And if it comes in half an hour before the show, then I don't have time to think about it at all. So at least 2 hours before showtime on the day of. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Let me go. I'm going to go take a look at the email here, see if I can show this. Yes, I can. Yeah, okay, this is all fine and safe. Send me an email. 9:06, so that's 2 minutes short of 2 hours, even though that says 1 hour ago. Me and her are trying to print some things out. It's not coming out right. It's a receipt that we need. I will be going home tomorrow at 4 p.m. Is there any way you can fit me in, please, today? Thank you. Absolutely, Josh. That's what we're going to do right now. However, before I bring Josh on, I want to make a couple comments about Josh Kinder. There's some people, I think, in the audience who haven't had much interaction with Josh. I want to let you know I have a great deal of respect and admiration for Josh and for people who handle life the way he handles it. He's been given he's been given a few disabilities to deal with, at least 2, maybe more. I don't know. I can't really elaborate on what they are. but what he's done with his life and the way he's able to interact with people, I'm very impressed with. And that when I imagine what it would be like to live with that, with whatever disabilities a person might have, uh, it humbles me. It makes me feel very appreciative of my life, and I'm pretty sure that Josh feels very appreciative for his life as well. His disabilities have given him the ability to develop in ways the rest of us don't get a chance to develop. Um, so I want to get it out on the table that I admire him, I respect him, and glad to have him in this community. So let's bring him in, find out what the trouble is, and see what we can do about fixing it. Now, I haven't been doing Zoom a lot. So last time I did this with Ken Stout, it's a little bit of struggle. Let's see. There's Josh, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me through Zoom. And you got to put your thumb in front of the camera, not in front of the screen. Yeah, I didn't see your thumb, but I think I saw his arm go out. All right, and so I'm going to bring you on here. Oh, now hang on, keep yourself muted. Oh, he did thumbs up on the screen. With the ones that go up the screen. Now I got to make this adjustment because this is the way I have this set up. I think works that way. Yeah, and then I got to press the zoom buttons for 2 column 1 row. Oh, no, that was in the right place. There he is. There's got his thumbs up. All right, Josh. Good to see you. And now let's work on audio. So, Josh, if you go ahead and unmute yourself, we can see if we'll hear you. I hear you. Now, let's see if YouTube hears you. I'm looking at my audio, and I don't see audio there for that. I don't think they are. Say something again for me, Josh. Yeah, okay. So I proved to myself YouTube is not hearing now. I'm going to try turning system audio on. See if we can deal with it that way. Give me another audio, Josh.
How are you today?
Yeah, that should do it. Josh?
How are you today?
Yep, that did it. I'd like to see somebody in chat confirm that they hear Josh, and that sounds like a good volume. Selden says okay now. All right, so you want to tell us what the, or why don't we just get connected and you can show us what the issue is.
Okay.
Um,
You want to? I got the remote. I got the remote icon.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Oh, that one there. This mouse. I right click, choose start, and then choose remote control session. I think that gives him a prompt to click to allow. Bring that full screen. Turn my attention back this way. Okay, you're having trouble printing a receipt, so go ahead and try printing it and let us see what you're doing.
So we want to print out the on screen, but whenever we go to print, it's not giving us the play. We want the play.
Okay, I see. All right, I got the mouse. Let's go cancel. And I'm going to drag your Zoom window down beneath my picture-in-picture. And if we come up here to this 3-dot more, let's see if we got a print option in here. So let's try this print option. See, that print option was built into that website for the purpose of being able to print this.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yep. Yep. That's why I say this is kind of a common thing, because it's not all that obvious. So let's
Okay.
look again. It's what you want to do anytime you're trying to print something is try to look within the area of the item itself. When you went up, I think you went up to the 3-dot menu to print, correct?
Yeah.
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 So that's when you're trying to print the content of the browser, which is all of this stuff from left to right.
Right.
And what you're actually trying to print is just the content of this email. And since you're using AOL mail here, this is AOL, I believe, giving you this up here. It's not the actual email itself giving these options to you, but it's the AOL mail program. So if you want to
Okay.
print just what's in that email, you print it here. Do you want to go ahead and try printing it now? Let's make sure it comes out.
Yeah. Please.
All right.
I never would have thought that.
And that's completely understandable. You are not alone. We've had attorneys, doctors, people with education up the wazoo miss that because it's not noticeable until you know to go look for that.
It didn't come out like that. It only came
Okay,
out with
let
this.
me bring that up on screen and see what it is. Okay, there we go. That's why I wanted to actually print it. Show that up. Bring that closer to the camera. Let's see if can we actually read what it says. I can't read it. Can you read it? That's going to be difficult, isn't it?
It just says 1998, 25. I can't read the rest of it.
Let's see. Just try to hold. Yeah, there's a. I don't think it's. Oh, it's Zappos.com. It's their.
Right.
It's their website. Okay. All right. I'm going back to your computer. Josh, did you just hear me clear my throat?
With that?
Did you just hear me clear my throat?
Yeah.
You did. Yeah, I thought so. Because I just muted that for YouTube, but you heard it. Not that I needed for you to hear it, but well, whatever.
You're fine.
And Doug, what are we gonna do? It's a Doug thing. So let's see what else we've got in here. Now there might be here's it looks like what we got was this last page. This
Right.
last page looks like exactly what got printed. Oh, Ken says they heard my clearing throat too. So I guess my mute button's not working. Color black and white, more settings, paper size. Let's see, have I missed something within the body of the email? See, this is the email itself. Really what we want is the order confirmation by itself. Does this email configured as an HTML give us any print? Here's a 3-dot menu. This is on the, well, no, because that's got the back and the forward button. That looks like it's still an AOL command, but that has a print option there too. I think this is going to give us the same thing. I'm looking back at chat once in a while to see if somebody knows the answer. Okay, let's try printing just page 1, see what we get. So I'm clicking on this custom pages and typing the number 1 and print. See what we get that way.
You don't have anything yet.
It's not coming out.
No.
Okay, let's bring up printers. Well, button down here and see if it's on. Yeah, there's a printer. 2 documents. Printing, it says. There it comes. All right. Maybe we got some print jobs stuck in the queue. Yeah. Sam's Club, sneakers. So let's clean this out. Is it okay to delete all these print jobs?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cancel all.
Now, how do you get rid of them?
Well, if we really have to get serious about it, we go shut down the print queue. Here all I did was refresh. I just refreshed the
Okay.
screen and they're gone. Okay. Then let's go. Let's see. Oh, we're on. Yeah, I'm not going to speculate on what version of Windows we are because I know you do things to make things look the way you want. Yeah, Windows 11 Pro. It's got a, what is that? A Windows 7 start button or
Windows 11.
XP or
It's a
that
Windows 7.
7
That's the
for that.
Windows 7, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you have 25H2.
Yeah.
All right. And we don't have any message down here indicating that you need to restart to install updates. And take a look at Task Manager and see how long it's been since the computer's been restarted. Here's seconds, minutes, hours, days. So it's been one day and 21 hours since it was restarted. And now that we got that print queue cleaned out, I want to do just a basic test print. I use Windows key R to get the run line and then Control Space Printer. Oops, no, that's not it. Control Printers. Yeah, Control Printers, get us to here. And you can get through there through the native Windows 11 settings as well. Which printer are we dealing with? Is it an HP DeskJet 3700?
Yeah.
Okay, this is telling us right here it's out of paper.
Okay, hold on. There's plenty of paper in it.
Is there any status light or message on the printer indicating that it's out of paper?
There's an orange light flapping,
All right.
but I don't know what orange light means.
Okay. Try opening the paper tray and close it and open any other panels and close them. Greg M says he just uses Notepad for test print. Yeah, I do that too sometimes. But this showed me something else. You would not have seen this if you went straight to Notepad. You go into the print queue in this window right here. You can see
Yeah, that orange
status
light,
message.
that orange light still blinking.
Okay.
It's saying something about the paper.
It is saying something about the paper.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to
I
have,
can't see it.
all right. Let's try power cycling it. You can, if there's a power button, you can turn it off. If there's not a power button, you can pull the power plug and wait 10 seconds and then plug it back in. In 10 seconds, it's not any
Turn it
magic.
off.
You
I
turn it
turned it
off.
off.
Okay. There's a power button. Then apparently,
It just came back on.
okay.
Go off. Turn it back on.
Okay. Still showing out of paper. Can you remove all of the paper, then put it back in?
I turned it off right now. You want me to turn it back on?
Yes. Okay, here we have an offline. So we have on-screen confirmation that it was turned off.
Yeah, we turned it off. It's coming back on.
Williams Office 2095 saying if the color is low, you need to set the printer to black and white mode grayscale. This is a desk jet, so yeah, it is a color printer, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah. But my aunt doesn't buy color. She just buy white, black and white.
Okay. Interesting. I've never found a place to buy white printer ink.
Well, the paper thing that we're blinking, that went away.
Good. The screen is still showing offline, but that should come back. I can probably refresh that just by going back to this 3-dot menu here. Well, no, let's go printers and scanners. And that goes back one level. And then that's still showing offline there. Oh, okay. It's connected to the network. It's not connected by a USB cable to the computer. Trying to refresh arrow on the print queue. Still showing offline. I don't think that's anything that I can ping for the IP address. Port name, maybe that can be pinged. Control C to copy that. Never tried this. Go to a command prompt. Control V, paste. I don't think we want the brackets. Then ping space. I have no idea if that's a valid thing to do. Yes, it is, because it's working. Well, what do you know? Learn something new every day. That must mean today is a day that ends with the letter Y. Yep, there it shows idle. Now, I don't know if doing that ping woke up the connection between the two or not. So if I go to printer properties and then try, well, let's have the queue open as well so we can see it happen. I like to see things happen. There's the print queue. I'll Alt-Tab to get back to the printer properties, then print test page. So when I click print test page, we should see it appear up on the upper part of that screen just briefly while it's sending to the printer. We did not see an out of paper message. Greg M says, is this printer Wi-Fi or USB? We just saw that it's connected to the network, but is it connected to the network with an Ethernet cable or through Wi-Fi? Do you know the answer, Josh?
I think it's connected to a Wi-Fi.
Is there an Ethernet cable connected to the printer?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
That's Wi-Fi. The computer says that it has been printed, yeah, but the print queue doesn't seem to agree. Has the printer made? Is it
didn't even come out?
Okay, and it isn't making any noises?
No.
Okay.
That paper icon came back. The paper method.
The out of paper message came back. Okay.
Yeah.
Still something going on with paper.
And there's plenty of paper in it.
Okay, we see that. Are you able to, go ahead and put the paper back in. Are you able to point the camera to the printer?
Yeah, hold on a minute. I don't like the way she has this.
All right, I'm going to take you off off screen while you're working on that. Yeah, Greg M., that's a good point. Have there been any history of paper jams in this printer? And can you, whether or not there's been history, open any panels that that printer might have to check on it? And in chat, if somebody could do me the favor of putting a link into chat to the manual for the printer on HP's website. It's an HP DeskJet 3700 series. Josh, what is the specific model? Can you see an actual model number on the printer?
Hold on, babe.
Should be 37 something. Martin Hogg, we just demonstrated that we cannot print a test page. Maybe you weren't watching at that time. We just now tried that.
If you open the HP software program, it will tell you.
Let's see. I'm seeing you're holding that. Just hang on. I want to make that full screen for us so we can see it better. Pinch up. Okay. Now there I see a blinking light. Pull look there. There we go. And it's on a paper symbol. All right. And the paper feeds in at the top. Show us the paper. Okay. That paper stack looks like it might be a little crooked, but that could just be a camera angle. Are you sure it's sitting in there square and stable? Oh, thank you, Zavi. Yeah, I don't have a convenient way to do that.
We might think of it.
There. Okay. So yeah, that looks okay. Whoa, you're getting a seasick. I wasn't done looking at the printer.
Oh, both. Whoop.
Okay, so we're seeing the paper, we see the blinking lights, then move your camera down lower. Let's see the rest of the printer. There's a panel on the front. Can you open that panel in the front? Okay, and there's your ink cartridges moved out so that they can be replaced.
Please.
And I don't see any paper stuck inside there. Do you agree with that when you look inside there?
Yeah, I don't see any paper either.
Scott, I don't think I'm interested in reinstalling the printer at this point. Okay, go ahead and close that door. Let's see. What's going on? Can you show us the back of the printer? I'm going to take you off screen for a little bit while you maneuver around for that. Yes, lawn dog, sometimes opening and closing the doors, and that's what we've been working on. So we want to see what's in the back. Okay, there is a power cable. There's a place for a USB cable. Okay, now pan up a little. Oh, what's that paper underneath the printer?
What that?
There's a piece of paper underneath the printer. Can you pull that out?
Yeah, hold on.
while he's doing that, I'm going to test that mute button. While he's doing that, I'm going to test
I don't
that
know what that is,
mute
but that's
button. While he's doing that, I'm going to test.
I got the paper out of the bottom of the printer.
All right. While he's doing that, I'm going to test. And from what I saw, my mute button worked. Okay, so you got the paper out. Okay, I'm not done looking at the printer. Okay, we're looking at the back of the printer. I want to know, is there a panel there that can be opened on the back?
What?
Is there a panel, a door that can be opened on the back? It would either, pull down from the top part of that or pull up from the bottom, and I don't think so. Yeah, so
No,
you're not actually looking at the back of it yourself.
No, I'm not.
All right.
I'm being the window.
I don't think, oh, I see. I don't think that has a panel that opens on the back. Now,
No,
pull the paper out while you're holding the camera back there and rub your head and pat your tummy at the same time. Now, I wanted you to keep the camera back there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I wanted to watch the paper as you're pulling it out if you're able to do that. So there's a place where we can see the paper. You think? Yeah, we can see the paper there. Now, if you pull the paper out, we should be able to see it come out to know that all of it is out. Okay, and did you have to tug on it a little bit to get it out? Josh?
No.
It came out easily.
Yeah.
All right. Put the paper back in. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I see a ruffled edge on the bottom of that paper as you were putting it in. It looks like one or more of those sheets of paper is kind of ruffled on the edge. Is that true? Can you
look good now?
Can you bring the camera back over to the paper and let us have a good look at the paper while it's not in the printer? Because those ruffled edges can make the printer think there's no paper. Scott, I see your question about printing from a different PC or phone. I'm not really interested in that path because we've already got the printer telling us there's no paper. Okay, I want to see the top and the bottom edges separately. Move the paper down so I can see the top edge. Now, I didn't ask you to turn it. I did not ask you to turn it. Okay, so move the paper down so I can see the top edge. Move it down further. Okay. Now turn it all upside down so I can see the other end. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bend on that first sheet. Can you remove that sheet that's closest to the camera? It's important that the edges of the paper be real flat, straight, and even. Let's put just a single sheet of paper in. Just show me one sheet of paper, put the rest of them down, and I want to see that one sheet of paper because when you're holding up the whole stack, I can't tell if some of the other pages are damaged. Okay, so move it down so I can see the top edge of the paper, and then turn it a little bit sideways. That's not actually what I meant by sideways. I wanted you to angle it towards the camera so that one side is closer to the camera than the other.
I'm only seeing the paper if I move it.
Yeah. See, I saw an irregular edge along the long side. Let's go ahead and try just putting in that single sheet of paper. And you need to not be wrinkling the paper. You're kind of gripping it strong in a way that I could see it kind of crushing. Greg M., good question. Is this paper that has gone through the printer before in the past? Are you recycling paper?
No, it's brand new paper.
All right. Thank you, Williams
We got-
office. I see that.
We got a whole drawer of it.
A whole drawer of it in packages, or is it loose paper?
We got a whole package of it.
Yeah, show me. Package. That looks like just paper sitting in the drawer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the power of it.
Okay. Okay. So meaning it's
like a hammer. It's like filled with a tippy top.
Okay. So did you put that single sheet of paper in the printer?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we're getting. Here's this test page, and I'm going to refresh that printing error, and resume. I find the resume often does not work.
We forgot the blinking paper thing.
Okay, that's really the key thing, because even without being connected to the computer, there should not be a blinking paper light. There must be something still that we don't have right about the paper, or something about the paper sensor in the printer itself. Okay, I'm going to go do a little brainstorming with Copilot on this, and I'm going to ask you to mute yourself for a little bit.
Okay.
And we'll also take a quick look at chat. There's no way that any device in the home is going to print to that printer when there's that error light blinking. Oh, Darren Gilholm, thank you. White printer ink. Not that we're out of white printer ink, but some printers will not print black at all if you're short on color. If you're missing some color, but we're not having that error message. The error message indicated by the lights are clearly for the paper. Let's double check that. Josh, are you still there? He's walked away from the camera, so I don't know if he's out of the room. I was going to ask to look at those lights again and be sure that the printer ink is not lit up. Laser printers put a curl. This is inkjet. Feel each side of the paper for rough and smooth. Yeah. Dog-eared. Yeah. That was a concern. I'm still concerned about that because we're not getting a good look at the paper. The red flashing light means there's an ink issue, not the paper. Okay, was that a red flashing light? I saw that light as the actual paper indicator. So I'm going to bring up that manual and we'll compare the lights to what's actually happening. Usually there's an image of the printer near the beginning. Number 8, control panel features. See this one right here, that's clearly paper. And over here, number 6, that looks like it would be ink. Let's start copy color. Let's look at this. Number 3 is a resume button. Light indicates the printer is in warning state. For more information, there's an information light. 10 is what? Web services, Wi-Fi. Yeah, so it might be only that one light for ink or paper. Yeah, so we know it's that light that was lit up. What we've answered here from the manual is that could be an ink issue as well. Error codes. Number of copies, light behavior, ink error status, light behavior. One of the ink level icons is blinking with no segment and the ink alert light is on. What ink alert light? Did I just scroll past that? Oh, it's way up here because I clicked a link. Gotta remember what page number this is on. Page number, it's not page number 5 up here, it's page number 9 that we're on here. None of these are for, oh, there's an ink alert light, number 9. That one right there. Okay, Josh, we want to come back to the camera. We want to know if that ink alert light is on. It's a really tiny light, it looks like. Oh, yes, of course, the error code would be on this display. I didn't pay any attention to what was on the display there at all. If somebody's able to scrub back in this
I'm here about.
video and see what that was. Although we can get it from Josh now. Okay, Josh, can you pick up the camera again and point it towards that display panel? Okay, that ink alert light is supposed to be to the bottom and right of the display screen. It's really, really tiny. I can see a little black circle there, and it does not look like it's lit.
You want me to turn on the red light so you can see?
Okay, sure, let's try that. The camera might do better focus. I understand the camera image is reversed. Well, it's upside down. Is it reversed? Lawn Dog, good point. No, let's turn the light off. It just reflects in the printer, and Lawn Dog correctly points out it's going to be hard to see the light on the printer. Let's turn the light off, Josh.
Turn the light off?
Yes. Okay. Are you able to rotate the camera so that we can see the image right side up? If not, I think I can turn the image upside down here. Oh, that's stable. Yeah, however you got that now, but change, point it so that we can see the display panel. We want to see if there's an error message on that display panel. The LED display. There, that's the right angle if you can get it steadied.
I can't feel it, but maybe you can.
Yeah, we're not getting a good light on it. There should be an error code, a number on that display panel, and it's not showing up through the camera at all. Are you able to see that, or maybe take a picture with your cell phone and send that to me?
Yeah, hold on.
All right. Now there was Oh, yeah, this light here was also on. Well, that's the Wi-Fi, so that's okay that it was on.
Hey, Doug,
Yeah,
it's been the paper thing on the display.
it's saying what?
The paper. Something
It's
about the paper.
oh, on the display. Yeah, well, I want to actually see what it says. I don't want you to interpret what it says. I want to be able to see it, hopefully in a photo, because there's also many other icons that that panel could be displaying that could help us. Yeah, Lon Doug, that was on my mind too about the HP software. So while Josh is working on that, we'll go see if the HP software is installed and see what it tells us.
I have no idea what that was. I got it. I'm sending it to your email now.
All right. Reconfigure wireless settings. Now this is not connected by USB. And my experience has been we don't get as much information about the printer when we're not connected by USB. So we're getting connect a new device to this computer using USB cable or over a network. So it looks to me like maybe the software has never been configured to communicate with it. So we'll try that. We'll try an automatic. And I'm going to go turn the air conditioner on again.
I sent that email.
All right.
I don't have a USB cable here
All right.
on site.
So it appears here
Read
that
chat
it's not
messages.
detecting that. I would have thought that that would be detecting that through the network. That last read chat request. Windows Store has an app for HP to install and other features. Yeah. Yeah, Greg, I was thinking about resume as well. And there's the resume button.
You
Yeah,
thinking we might
let's go
have
do
to,
that.
you thinking we might have to uninstall the printer and reinstall it?
No, I'm not. It's possible, but that's not what I'm thinking right now. So do you have, let's have about, you have one sheet of paper in there now. Just take a few more so there's a few sheets of paper in there. And then we're going to try that resume button.
I put the paper in.
Are you able to hold the camera to the printer and show us when you press the resume button? Okay, the resume button is the one that's the blinking yellow light. Go ahead and press it.
Press the button.
Yep. Try to keep the camera pointed towards it.
Hi.
Is the light still off?
The light came back on
Came back on. Okay. And that light,
because there's no paper in it.
oh, I asked you to put a few sheets of paper in. Go ahead and do that.
How many? 1 or 2?
About 6, just several. Make sure
About what?
make sure they're very clear and clean, and there's no wrinkles on them, no ruffled edges, no bends on them.
How about we use the paper that we?
How about we use the paper that what?
I have paper down in the door.
Okay, yeah,
I can-
fresh paper from the drawer. That would be fine. Let's go. I'm going to go check the email picture that he sent.
Okay, the printing boiler, that blinking light went away.
Okay. So the light is not blinking now?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go check and see what your computer is telling us now then. I'm going to bail out of this. Oh, there's an option for wireless.
Read chat, please.
I see your link, Parker. And it's a guide to basic HP error codes, but I'd rather use the error codes that are in the manual specifically for this printer. Josh, I have not received that email from you. Did you send it by email or text?
Email.
Can you check your sent items?
Yeah,
No,
hold
actually,
on.
okay. The device is already connected to the wireless network. Next. To check the network status, you need the network reports from the device. Here they're wanting us to print that report from the device, and that would be another useful thing to do, because if the printer can't print from its own buttons, then there's no way we're going to print from the computer. I'm going to see if I can just switch back to the printing screen. No print jobs.
Read chat, please.
You could have got it by now. I just dumped it again.
All right. Josh
It's
has
a really interesting problem to have.
Josh, have you had paper jams in the past on this printer?
With that,
Have you had paper jams in the past where paper got jammed inside the printer?
Not that I know of.
All right.
You keep the same printer that you set up for us when we first got it.
Yeah, because I remember that. Not. Is that Aunt Mary there?
What that?
Is that Aunt Mary there?
Yep. Aunt Mary's
Hello.
here.
Hello, Aunt Mary.
Say hi.
Huh?
Say hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Is that just Doug?
It's just Doug.
Oh, hi, Doug.
Hi.
Thank you for trying to help out with that. I'll tell you, it's a pain in the ass.
You're welcome. Do you mind if, Aunt Mary, do you mind if I put you on? I'm actually doing the live stream right now, but you're not on the screen right now. Can I put you on so you can wave to everybody?
Huh?
You
Can-
want you to say hi to everybody.
Oh, hi everybody. I don't.
No, you're not on screen.
She is now.
Oh, I am now.
Yeah, you are now.
Here, you got deodorant on your shirt.
Okay, what's
Ay, ay, ay.
all right. We don't need to
Hi.
know
Hi
that.
everybody. Where's my camera?
Right here, dum-dum.
Where's the other one? Oh,
I had to switch everything around.
oh, for heaven's sake! Don't use all my ink either, Josh.
Your computer wasn't equipped for all this.
Oh my goodness. Well, I could have just made a phone call. I guess.
Okay.
Watch my ink there.
All right. Good to
You
see you,
got plenty
Mary.
of them.
All right, let's go. Let's move along. And I want to go to where here.
Are you teaching other people, Doug?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll be quiet.
All right. Okay. Back into here, and app is installed for this printer. So the computer is recognizing the app is present. And then we have the queue already open. We did have it. Oh, that's right. I closed it. I'll open the queue here. And then printer properties here. Okay, so there we have print queue and printer properties, print test page. Josh, is that yellow light on? Oh, it printed. Look at that. It printed. Yeehaw. I'm not. All right. Now, let's get back to printing the receipt and see if we can break it again. Because we did print one page at the beginning. We got the last page of those 3 pages. Now here, this print queue is still showing that job there, but I'll click this refresh button. Should go away. It did. I'm going to keep the print queue window open. Let's see, come back. Let's see, it was AOL mail. Let's take that off screen while I'm trying to maneuver back to the right place. Yeah, here it is. It was just a one click to get to it. The last thing we had tried doing was printing from down here, I think. And the first time we tried printing from this, the only page that came out was the 3rd page. And then we got that light, and then we found that there were a few print jobs in the print queue. So those have been all cleared out now. The printer's memory has been cleared out. We just got a fresh print test. So let's try printing now for page 1. And then switch to the print queue.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. There we go. So now we'll go print page
Read
2.
chat, please.
Thank you, Phil.
We got it, Doug.
All right.
Okay.
And let's see if I do a little bit off screen work here. Give me a moment.
Hold on a minute, Doug. I'll be right back.
All right. Dan. Okay, so here while he's gone, we're going to go ahead and print page 2. Put a 2 right there.
Read chat, please.
And print. Svi Manor says, nice work. Thank you, sir. Well, let's see. Who all was involved? Let's hand out some points. Doug was participating in things to do there. So let's give him some points. And I think Greg M. Help me remember who else. So I got to hit the button there. Phil, give you some points. See, are those working? Yeah, they're working. Oh, Parker. No, Parker, Parker's giving us a link, but I don't think that one was going to be on point because we already had that information in the actual manual. No, so give him some points for the effort. Josh is back. Josh, did page 2 print?
No, why did you print out another one?
Yeah, I did. I thought I did.
I got the both one downstairs on the table.
All right, here's the print queue. Let's refresh it. Is there any? Yeah, there's no print jobs waiting.
What are we looking for?
You better printed out another one.
Oh,
It's not there, so I'm going to try printing it again.
with the 3 shoes?
Hold on, Doug. You did that?
Yeah, that's page 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You should have
Yeah,
two.
we just wanted the both page.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's fine.
So we're done. Okay.
What is that? Is that paper?
It's paper. No, it's clean paper.
The second they pull it's not wrinkled.
No, it's not wrinkled.
Okay.
Okay, are we done
Thank you very much, Doug.
You're welcome, Aunt Mary. Have a good day.
You too. Have a safe one.
Hey, I've got a lion like you got in that picture back there as an actual stuffed animal. You got a picture of a lion back there? Hey, I actually have that as a stuffed animal. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
looks
tiger.
just tiger. Yeah, sorry. Looks just
Yeah,
like that
tiger.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you go. Thanks thanks
Doug.
for bringing us to us, Josh. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I got to remember how to shut this down. Do it that way. Okay. Were there any others that participated directly in that? Even if your solutions offer didn't work, Darren asked multiple times about the printer ink, but I think we had already had that covered by that time. I'll give him some points anyway. Greg M., I think I caught you already. Okay, let's move on to another topic. If anybody's got other reminders of people who participated that I should get points to, then let me know, but I'll move along. Some of you get impatient with me about points. Doug, why do you care about points so much? Because I used to play Fortnite. Get over it. So, moving on. Oh, those pictures finally came through from his iPhone. Taking a quick look at them. Well, here's one of them. And that's real clear and obvious that that ink light was not lit. But we can see this looks like black ink is low. And this I would expect to be the color ink. I'm wondering if each of those little bars represents a different color. I'm guessing it does because the ink cartridge, we saw there's two ink cartridges. One would be the black cartridge and the other would be the color cartridge. So that probably represents red, blue, and yellow. And one of them is lower than the others. I think there's another. Well, he sent another email, but it's probably the same picture. Yeah, it is. We also saw 4 bars of signal strength for his Wi-Fi. Or 5 bars. All right. Is Sam Lazar in the room? I'm going to address Sam's question regardless of whether he's here. Now, color is low, black is full. Full? Really? You got black was full out of that? How did you get black was full? It looked like it was low to me. There's Sam. All right, I'm going to finish this out with the printer first because if I misread that, I want to know. Here's that picture. I don't see how you identified that the black is full. This looks like the black ink, and that does not look like full to me. That looks like very low. Full would be a bar all the way up to here, I would think. How are you interpreting that as full? Oh, maybe you're saying because this symbol is above the black. Maybe that's why. You could be right. That could be right. Yeah, let's go see if I can confirm that. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, because see here, those bars have the same height. There's a segment for full, a segment for middle, and a segment for low. Yeah, you're right. Color was low, but not empty. And the color light was not on. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for that catch. Thank you for correcting me. Where were you? Where was that? Color is low. Martin said that. Let's throw Martin some more points. Oops, it didn't work. Yeah, thank you for that catch. All right. Buttons, buttons. And I want to make more buttons. Yeah, that is part of the plan. I'm going to create more buttons. Greg M., I acknowledge your comment. And he sent me an email as well. Email is a good way to do that. Okay, looking to see what I can show here. I'm reviewing Sam's email before I start talking about it or showing it. Because he sent, I'm trying to understand this. Oh, I know what's going on there. It's because he creates this in his support app. And wait a minute, that shows 11:16 this morning. There's another one last evening that I never saw. Give me a bit here. It looks like just a repeat. So I'm just going to focus with this one on screen. All right, here we go. Sam says, "Hi, Doug. How are you going? Hope you had a great week." Kind of exhausting, to be honest. Yesterday, I was at a new client, first visit, who is all over the place, tech and other personal family issues. She has an issue where Outlook is duplicating contacts, and when she deletes them, they resurrect. After reading through this, since I read through it earlier, this part about all over the place, I think she was talking about other subjects while he was trying to deal with the issue. So there was a lot of distraction with that, which that's a thing that happens. She has over 7 email accounts with a mix of POP and IMAP configurations. These settings can vary between devices. For example, an account set up as IMAP on one device might be configured as POP on another. Some accounts are with Optus, an Australian ISP, Telstra, another Australian ISP, Microsoft, and Google. So we got 4 account hosts there. What I was thinking is moving all accounts to IMAP. I wouldn't go there yet. Dumping the Microsoft Outlook email client. I wouldn't go there yet either, for reasons I'll get into. And replacing it with Betterbird, which is a fork of Thunderbird Mail. Also, I would get her to use one of her Gmail accounts for her contacts, calendar, and emails, but still keep the old accounts in case someone emails her there. Scroll down a little bit. There. What do you think is the right approach? My approach to this would be different than anything that you said there. So I'll pitch it and see what you think. Please note any mention of changing program or updates results in my client in a mental shutdown. So I managed to do about 1.5 hours of work yesterday in 5.5 hours. I did charge her the whole time. Yay. Good. Good. Sam, if a client is taking you all over the place, getting in your way, you should be charging them for the time. And that's not a problem to do as long as you've established the relationship with your client that your timer starts when the interaction starts, whether it's remote or in person, and it stops when it ends. And if they understand that, then if they are darting off and telling you about this, that, and the other thing, that is their choice. And some people are okay with it. Some people have a lot more money than us computer technicians do. They're okay. And he's telling us he was at her
Red
place.
chat, please.
And that's what I understood you to be saying. So yeah, and that is an environment where you tend to not be as efficient, especially with a client who is all over the place, as you described. But you cannot stay in business if you always reduce your charges down to the amount of time you think it should have taken. I know some technicians say that they feel morally obligated to charge the amount of time that it should have taken. No, you have to stay in business. It's like on an airplane. You cannot help the passenger in the next seat with their oxygen mask if you don't put yours on first. You have to survive as a business. No, that's not right. You have to thrive as a business. It is not enough to survive. It is not enough to just eke by on the edge of being out of business. You have to have a healthy margin so that, and you need to thrive in order to be there to provide service to them. So stop feeling guilty about that. Should not be keeping you up at night. Manage your relationships with your client, that your time starts when the interaction starts and ends when it's over. And if you get the argument about nickel and diming me to death, I've heard that one. Now, if you don't charge for all those little things, they are nickel and diming you to death because you have multiple clients. They don't have multiple IT pros that are all doing this to them. But if all of your customers are nickel and diming you to death because you're giving this freebie here, this freebie there, you're not going to be thriving. And you have to thrive if you intend to be providing service for your clients for a long period of time. All right, get off that soapbox, Doug. Moving along. Please note any mention. Yeah. So already you've talked about changes. Your proposals are all about making changes, getting her to do other things. So no, I'm not a fan of that. I think I have what could wind up being a simple solution. That depends upon what the actual problem is. So we're going to talk about that. Managed to do in 1.5 hours, yesterday in 5.5 hours, did charge her the whole time. I've not been a big fan of Outlook email client due to various things, like calendar and contacts not syncing to various accounts, like Google, CalDev, CardDev. All email clients, all software have pros and cons, have advantages and disadvantages. I'm in the midst of potentially switching from QuickBooks Online to FreshBooks, and I've learned how to go explore and find the things that is how do they handle this unique feature and that unique feature. And there are a couple things that could be deal breakers for me that I might wind up sticking with QuickBooks Online, even though it's giving me a lot of headaches. So while you say you're not a big fan of the Outlook email client, that's totally understandable, but there could be similar reasons or the flip side that another person might say they're not a fan of, what was that, Betterbird. And it's likely Betterbird doesn't have as many advanced features as Outlook does. Now, it's quite possible if you were to get her to switch over to Betterbird, that 2 months down the road, when she's trying to do something or other that she's does infrequently, maybe it's emailing to a particular list. Maybe Betterbird handles that differently, and now she's finding it doesn't work the way that she's accustomed to. There's a lot of specific advanced features. Let's not call them advanced. There's a lot of specific features that Outlook has that she might not be aware of to ask you, how does Betterbird handle this or that? So if you can fix this problem with a fairly easy fix, what I think is going to be a fairly easy fix, then I think that's a whole lot better than making all these changes. And when you start making these changes, I've been down this road. When you start making these massive changes, you got to change this and then change this and then change this, and then you find out, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't work the same way as it does over here. Now I've got to, and that's a deal breaker. And oh, we got to go back to this. Oh man, it can be a nightmare mess. Okay, so let's talk about this. Now, I have not asked Copilot. I haven't turned to any AI yet, but we might do that before we're done here. Let me remind you, after all of my all over the place experience that you just saw me go through, that what we have here is Outlook is duplicating contacts, period. That's the only problem. That's the only thing we're trying to fix here. And there's got all this stuff about changing how she uses email, changing accounts from IMAP or from POMP to IMAP and making the same on all our devices. This could be as simple as a checkbox somewhere. Just remove that particular check mark and you're done, you're fixed. I don't know what the true cause of this is, in part because I don't really know the full symptom yet. So what could be happening here when we're being told Outlook is duplicating contacts? Where are you seeing those duplicates? Is that, let's see, I haven't even checked to see what I have Outlook set up for. Let me see if I can bring it up. Is that in Outlook when you click on contacts? You're not in email anymore, you click on contacts. Is that where you see the duplicates? Or is it when you go to create a new email? Because some people, this is the only way they know to do contacts is they go to create a new email and they go up to the to line and they start typing somebody's name and they can get into their contacts list there. And if that's where the duplicates are, then that could be a simple check mark in the configuration of Outlook for which address books to use. So that is one direction. I was thinking I was going to, for a convenient way to ask Copilot about this later. Let's try this. This will be a new experiment. So here's Microsoft Word. Let's do it this way. Windows key H for voice dictation. Is the duplicate contact showing up in the contacts section in Outlook, or are you seeing the duplicate contacts only when you go to create a new email message? Okay, is the duplicate contact showing up in the contact section in Outlook, or are you seeing the duplicate contacts when you go to new email message? Okay. If it's just in the new email message, then the solution could be as simple as removing a check mark for one of the address books that is being accessed in Outlook. Okay, and I'm going to call that troubleshooting item 1 or possible solution 1. And then number 2. If the problem is showing up in the contacts section of Outlook, then here is a potential troubleshooting technique. In this scenario, I'm defining troubleshooting as making changes to see what happens in order to help narrow down where the actual problem is. Period. The technique is to be sure you have all of the account credentials, log into each of the email accounts on a separate tab in a web browser. So you're not using any email client, but rather accessing those accounts directly on their websites. Period. Check the contacts section for each of those accounts and see if any of them reflect the duplicates that you are seeing. Period. If none of them have duplicates, then that indicates the problem is a Outlook configuration. Period. If one or more of them show the duplicate contacts, then we know it's happening at the account level, although it could be Outlook that is causing that or something else. period. It could be that one of the devices is configured to synchronize contacts between two of the different accounts. Period. To troubleshoot where this is happening, try shutting down all of the email clients, all of the contact client software on all of the
You
devices
read chat, please.
so they are not interacting at the time. Period. Then delete or just alter one of those duplicate contacts in one of the website accounts and see if that replicates to the other account that appears to be sharing those duplicates or synchronizing those contacts. Period. If it does replicate the change that you made, then that tells you it does not have to do with any of the devices that are being used, but rather it is something that's happening on the account level on one or more of those accounts. Period. Okay, I pressed the space bar to turn off the dictation. So those are the lines of where I'm thinking. Now that was all dictated off the top of my head, although I did think about it earlier today since receiving the email. Since you've got a person here who is thrown for a loop, anytime that changes are made to how they do things, I think if you can find the actual cause of this one little problem and fix that, then that's a far better solution. And this is taking a troubleshooting approach, whereas I suspect Copilot is going to start telling all the different places that might be configured wrong. And it's going to be like throwing mud at the wall to see what sticks. And I think this is going to be taking more, what I'm proposing here is more of a,
Read
intelligent
chat, please.
troubleshooting approach. Okay, I'll go catch up with the read chat messages. We got 10 read chat messages. If I go up arrow, that's going to get me to the most recent one. There it is. David Graham, 5 computers with my Outlook account and never seen this problem before. The only problem I ever have is not getting contacts to port, but he fixed it. This, thank you, David. The thing that that this triggers me on is in response to somebody who's reporting a problem, somebody else says, well, I've never had a problem, so it can't be Outlook. I've never had that problem, so problems don't happen to a massive amount of people. Usually a person has a problem and it's not widespread. So what really all you've told us here is that you're using Outlook on multiple different devices and it's working fine. Now, when you say it's an Outlook account, does that mean it's an Outlook.com email account, which is irrelevant because you don't have to use the Outlook software to use a Outlook.com account. You're saying it's an Outlook account rather than the Outlook program. Two different things. Now, let's go back and see what else we had. I'm not seeing that highlighted. There. Is she using new Outlook or the Outlook that comes with Office Suite? And that's a good question. The Outlook that comes with Microsoft 365 is different than the Outlook mail program that comes with Windows. Now, are you just throwing darts there, Marsman, to ask a question that's related, or do you have a reason to believe that that is going to draw you to the conclusion, to the solution? My guess is you're just exploring the issue. So we'll ask for Sam to respond to that. I don't feel that that's a significant point, but is a significant point. To Sam, does she see the duplicate contacts on all of her devices? But still, regardless of your answer to that, my next step is the same way. Sign into all of the accounts on separate browser tabs and shut off all the other devices. Now, you're going to have to keep a computer on, but for the computer that you're doing this experiment on, if it's her computer, make sure there's nothing of Outlook in the background running. I'd prefer to just restart the computer and then go into Task Manager and look for anything related to Outlook and just end task on anything dealing with Outlook, and then go do that experiment as I described with the web accounts. Check what Sam wrote in the chat. Okay, I'll go back to all of Sam's comments after I check the rest of the read chats. Phil Stodd, the icons below, that was back on the ink. So I think that's all of the ones we have about, that's all the ones we have about, whatchamacallit. I'm going to take care of a little piece of business here off screen. So indulge me for a moment, and then we'll go look at all of Sam's comments. Just had a thought that I needed to take care of right now. And then get this set back to where I want it to be, so that if I inadvertently go back to my email screen, I won't be exposing anything. Then let's go look at the rest of Sam's comments. Tim never misses a chance to compliment my shirts. Yes, thank you. All of her devices. So the duplicates show up on all of her devices. Yeah, that what we don't, do you know, have you checked the web account? Just going into a web browser on any of the accounts, have you checked to see if the duplicates are there? And let's go see what else that he's told me, because maybe he's already answered some of my other questions. Coming down to the beginning, I think this is the beginning. This is the most recent up here, I believe. Yeah, good morning. Involves POP to IMAP. I'm not convinced that that's the source of the trouble. It's possible. The duplicating contacts and POP to IMAP migration. There's a couple words there, so I don't quite know what you mean by that. Does that mean the duplicate contacts occurred when you migrated from POP to IMAP and they weren't a problem until you got your hands on it? Because that's what that sounds like to me. I don't think that's what you meant. David Graham says, try setting update existing contacts instead of adding. But where are we going to do that, David? In which account? So I don't think you could be on point there. That could be a possibility. It says he has not migrated to IMAP yet. So that's not when this, the duplicating I think he's just saying what his subject is. It's involving maybe this issue. Sam uses Freshdesk. I almost going to tell them what my issue is. They're easy to get through to too. So I'm going to ask my questions to their tech support by phone. Personal and tech. I think the diverting conversations were personal and tech. 7 email accounts. He was at her place. For all new clients, I need to be at their place. I do not. I understand your reasoning, but I'm comfortable. I work with new clients without being at their place. Depend upon the issue. Optus gives about 500 megabyte data for their emails. Okay, I don't know what that was in response to. Betterbird is a fork of Thunderbird. Fine. But you don't. I'm gonna speculate that you don't know all of what she does and how she uses Outlook to know whether she's going to have difficulty with Betterbird. Now, you don't have to be only Outlook or Betterbird. You could go ahead and configure Betterbird for her right now and say, try this out, see what you think. But I think it's quite possible you might find the contacts are still duplicating because they might not be happening because of Outlook. He says contacts list. So the duplication is in the contacts list, not creating a new email contacts list, because that's a different way to get there and has different features. So in Outlook, oh, I started to look to see if I had Outlook available here. I don't know how I have it configured currently, and I do have it. There's contacts. And what email account is there? Oh, it's my main email account. And that's all junk mail there. So I can actually show that. I've had YouTube take down my videos when I accidentally show a contacts list. So here we go. Let's see if it happens again. Here's Outlook. I'm on the email tab right now. That's all junk mail in there. So I'm not exposing anybody's individual. Now, if I go into here to contacts, it's going to expose phone numbers and emails, right? So here, click. Nah, fooled you. There's nobody in this list. So here you have an alphabetical listing, and what I'm understanding from him is in here, duplicates, contacts are duplicating. If he deletes one of them, it comes back. So I'm thinking somewhere on those accounts or in the configuration of one of the contact clients, I keep calling it email client because email client is typically where we get to a contacts listing. Somewhere it's configured to synchronize between multiple accounts. And I suspect that's where it's happening. And by using the technique of closing down all of her devices, all of the email contact softwares, opening each web account, and then experimenting with deleting or changing contacts and see if they replicate to the other accounts. As a way of narrowing down what is truly causing the problem. The address book, but it also syncs to her Samsung phone and tablet. Well, now here, address book, that's a little different. Let me see if I can demonstrate that. I have to test this first to be sure I don't expose something. I shouldn't oughta. Okay. Looks like I'm okay to do this. So here I'm on the email tab. If I click new email, I come over here to the to button, then I can see the contacts in here. This up here shows which address book are we looking at. And there's only one address book that's showing here. So it could be as simple as making a change there if the duplicates were only showing up when you're creating an email. But this is not going to be the same contacts list that's out here in Outlook. It could be more if there are other address books available to her. I'm going to cancel there and then go look at this next piece. Let's see, where is this at? Oh, I think I know. I have to go exploring around every time I go looking for this. There, that one. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right. So to take you back to where I left you. So if we cancel, exit out of this new email, and before I do that, we'll show you, here's another way to access the address book here. But I want to close this out. And then here we're at the main Outlook, come over here to address book. And then here again, we see the same list of address books. And I've seen people with multiple address books available, but come over to tools and then options. And here's where you can configure what contacts lists are available. So if you have multiple contact lists in here, you could click on one once you decide that, determine that's the one you want to remove, click on it and remove it. When opening the address book, show this list first. So this is where you control which of your multiple contacts lists will be used when you're creating new emails. So that's a possibility where this duplicates might be occurring. I'm not saying that I have had that happen, but that's what comes to mind. One of the things that comes to mind. Okay, then looking at the rest. Syncs to a Samsung phone and tablet. Now, that might be because the duplicate contacts are happening at the web account level. When you sign into the web account for each of those accounts, if the duplicates are there, then of course it's showing up on the phone and the tablet because the phone and the tablet are pulling from the web account. Exactly. I told her to get a new phone and tablet. That did not go well. Yeah, the problem there is, what if she said, okay, Sam, I bought the new tablet and phone, got them configured, or maybe even you configured them for me, Sam, and we still have the duplicates. So what the heck, Sam? You made me spend all that money. Yeah, I don't think that's a good way to go. I mentioned that as she asked about security, and I saw 2017 security update. Now that might be a reason to do the update, but I mean, to encourage her to get new phone and tablet. But having it not go well, I try to word things and in conversations so that they can choose not to do it, and they're not going to feel that I'm looking down on them. So, something along the lines of this is technically no longer supported and it's not getting security updates. It is possible, and it does happen, that somebody attacking your phone or sending you a random scam email and you click on it because they're claiming that your order is undeliverable and you got to fix something about it. So you click on something at a moment in time when you're not thinking clearly, and before you know it, your phone is infected because it's older and it's vulnerable. It can happen. It has happened. And when it happens, it becomes very expensive, very difficult to deal with it. Usually it can be dealt with. The ones that get even more severe is when the hackers start creating credit in your name and running up credit bills against your name, or getting access to your charge accounts and charging things there. It can be a big problem. It's kind of the same thing on some level as car insurance. You need to have car insurance because you might have an accident. Is everybody who continues using one of these old phones going to get hacked? No. But the consequences can be very, very severe. And the phone service providers often give very attractive deals to get you into a new phone. Maybe you should look at it before you just reject it. But it's your choice, and I accept whatever you do, whatever you choose to do. It's just an example of a way I would address the issue with a client. She uses Samsung Mail, Contacts, and Calendar. She also has the Gmail app, but she never uses it. That is also for her Gmail. All of this is information that would be useful after you identify whether the problem is happening at an account level or at a device level or at a software level. Identical. Oh, this is conversation between Greg and Sam. I guess Greg may have, I don't know what the rest of that conversation was. Yeah, Sam's been interacting with other people. To Parker, Sam says, I tried to check for updates with my client, but she said no changes. I don't know if that means software updates or updates on the problem, whether she's still having the problem. I should go right back in to see. Oh, here's one more. I'm going to do an export if I ever see my client again. Oh, as a backup. All right. He was referring to software updates. John Williams, it's so nice to have you here on Saturdays. My hat is off to you. Thank you, I guess. Saturday's been my normal day. Okay. Now, let's go see what Copilot thinks of all of this. See if it gives us any other ideas and directions. It might give us some specific configuration options. I'm not going to copy all of his email. Let's see what part I need. Yeah, let's start from here down to here. To here. And down in the bottom left of my screen, I know the icons are really tiny. Currently, these days, I like Windows Copilot, Taskbar Copilot, or Microsoft
please,
Edge
Seth.
Copilot. I said Microsoft Edge Copilot, not the Microsoft 365 Copilot, because I don't think it has the GPT-5 add-on yet. And I'll just double check that, see if that's still the case. That last read chat from Zavi. He says, don't remember the free Gmail syncing with Outlook. Only the pay version of Gmail calling Workspace with a sync software from Google. I think it works fine. Outlook can connect directly to a Gmail account. Yeah, I think it can. Maybe I even can demonstrate it. So here's what happened when I launched Microsoft 365 Copilot. You'll need the internet for this. Looks like it doesn't look like you're connected to the internet. Check your connection and try again. Really? This is the computer that I'm live streaming on right now, Copilot, and you think I'm not connected to the internet? Who hired this person anyway? Oh, then I tried to cancel it, and it just came right back. Yeah, because it keeps trying to come back to it. Ay, caramba. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, wow. Now, look at this. So I'm trying to get out of this, right? If I try clicking the X up here, can't do it. If I click the X up here, I still can't get out of Copilot. It just keeps coming back to this. Yeah, I can't get out of it. So I'll come down here on the taskbar, right click on the icon and close window. That ought to do it, right? Like underneath, I have that email from Sam. So close window. The window's still here. Zvi says sync mail, not contacts. With the free Gmail. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it still won't go away. How about the X up here? Nope. You can't. I can't get out of it. This is going to be a in task, isn't it? Yeah, David Graham saying task manager in task on Microsoft 365 product that I pay for. Really?
Read chat, please.
In task. There it went away. Oh, but did it? Like that one. I dragged that down. Is this one still here? Is there a task for that? Could be that. I don't know. Will it close now? Yeah, that closed. Ay, caramba. Mark Morris says, I know the free Gmail version can sync with Outlook because I use it. Do you sync contacts from your Gmail account to Outlook? Those are the last two. Read chats. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I was headed over to Copilot. Copilot from the taskbar or Copilot from Edge both have this option for Smart GPT-5, where it seems to work more zippy, and it's able to identify when it needs to go out on the internet and do deeper research. Automatically do that. There's other differences between the two, but let's just get started here. I'll take that off screen while I bring up my clipboard history and be sure, yeah, my clipboard history is fine, nothing there exposed. Zombie contacts problem in Outlook is almost always a synchronization conflict, especially when the same account is configured differently. Pop on one device. IMAP Exchange Active Sync on another, Outlook will happily re-pull contacts from the server or another device if it thinks they're new, which is why deletions don't stick. Root cause. Pop doesn't sync contacts at all. It just downloads mail. Yeah, that's right, because POP is just, what is it? Post Office Protocol, I think is what it stands for. It doesn't do contacts. If one device is POP and another is IMAP Exchange, Outlook may treat local contacts as new and re-upload them. Yeah, I've had this on my iPhone, where when I create a new contact on my iPhone, that is created as a local contact on my iPhone. And that, in my case, does not get synced to my Gmail contacts. So I later go try sending an email to the contact that I created on my iPhone. I try to send an email using my computer and I can't find them. They're not there. I go back to my phone and I find that it's there. Well, my phone created the contact in the Apple contacts address book. So I reconfigured my iPhone so that it will create contacts in the Google contacts folder in order to fix that. I wasn't having duplication. I was having issue where I create something on my iPhone and then it's not in my Gmail contacts. Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing duplicate contacts. Oh, I think it's because when I found the contact wasn't available in my Google account, I then created it in my Google account. So then after that, my phone had duplicates because I created it in both places. Multiple address books. Outlook can merge contacts from Exchange, iCloud, Gmail, and PST files. If more than one is active, duplicates are inevitable. So that's where I was showing that configuration within Outlook for selecting contact address books. Sync loops. Mobile devices, especially with older Outlook apps. Now, that was an older phone. We already know, correct? Or third-party sync connectors can create duplicates when they don't recognize an existing contact and push it back as a new one. Recommended strategy: move all accounts to IMAP where possible. See, I don't like that at all. You're making too much change on this person, the way they operate, and there could be unforeseen consequences. This ensures consistent server-side state and avoids local-only POP caches. Yeah, it would do that. That's the upside of doing that. But what's the downside? The downside is whatever negative side effects that it creates. Now, doing it later would be fine, meaning solve this problem and then help her get cleaned up to be a little more streamlined and appropriate. But I do not like the idea of doing massive changes to multiple accounts to try to solve the issue. Let's see. That read chat was Parker Morse. He says, my contacts do get synced. At least what I'm using my Gmail, it's sent to Outlook on a laptop because I have it set up as IMAP, not POP. Yeah, IMAP will sync things between devices. POP just downloads what's there now, just the email that's there now. And now you have that email on your device. If you delete emails from your device after they've been downloaded to your device, any other devices that interact with that email account will still get those messages unless your device is configured to delete the message from the server. And if it does delete the message from the server, any other devices that have already downloaded the POP before it got deleted, the email is not going to get deleted from that device because POP has already done the download. Unify IMAP for email, move all accounts. For legacy ISP, Optus and Telstra, so they have older systems according to Copilot. They're calling it legacy accounts. If IMAP is unreliable, and I've had that happen, keep them as receive only in a secondary client, but don't let them sync contacts. Yeah, so that's my strategy of shutting down all the devices, have all of the accounts open on the web. And if the duplicates are no longer occurring, meaning you can make a change on one and that change does not get replicated on the others, whether it's deleting an address or changing information in the address to see if that gets replicated to any of the other web accounts, then that tells you a device is causing it. Now you can turn the devices on one at a time and see if the symptom reappears once you've turned on one of those devices. Now, to do that test, let's say you've got all the devices shut off, computers, laptops, phones, tablets, and you're logged into all the different web accounts. You see that the duplicating is not taking place. Now, turn the cell phone on, for instance. How long do you wait to see if that replication is occurring once you've turned that on? My answer to that would be send an email from the phone, from her phone, to Sam. And Sam creates a new email. Don't reply to her email. Create a new email, send it to her, and see it come up on the phone. Once there's been both directions there, you know that that phone has synchronized with whatever it needs to synchronize with. Now, if the replication occurred during that process, then you know the phone is the culprit, the one that's causing this to happen. Now you focus in on configuration of the email clients on the phone. And then you replicate, you do that same experiment with the tablet, the laptop, the computer, and see what is actually causing the problem. And if your client is following your reasoning through this, I think you'll come out of this looking like a genius when you get to the point where you find here's why it's happening. Whereas if you just throw all this mud at the wall and change all these accounts around, and then the problem's not there, she's going to be exhausted. She's going to be stressed. She's not going to be liking all this new changes. She's not going to have a good view of you. I promise she's not going to have a good view of you. But if you go through this, and especially if you let her follow your reasoning and actually talk it through with her, use her as a sounding board, if she's up for that, if she wants to do that, she'll be seeing the things that you do, and she'll be getting impressed with your ability to maneuver through these different systems. Hopefully she knows all of her account credentials, because that's not always there. Going to look at this read chat. I am sure of what I said before. I think this had to do with free Gmail not synchronizing contacts to Outlook. And I wouldn't be surprised at all to see if that gets substantiated. Oh, he took us straight to his Copilot. Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah. I love that, Civi. Let's go. Man, I just got to do points on that right now. I like that one a lot. There it goes. Does a sync from contacts from Gmail to Outlook? Yes, you can sync contacts from Gmail to Outlook. It's not automatic unless you set it up. Export CSV. That's an export and an import. That's not really syncing. Here's sync options. Use Outlook with Gmail via IMAP. This syncs mail, but not contacts. Third-party tools. Mobile sync. If you have both Gmail and Outlook to your phone, contacts from both can appear in your phone's contact list. Okay. I think I'm getting a little tired and punchy. At first, it looked like this was arguing against what he said, but I think, uh, oh, well, let's see this. Let's just ask it this way. Can a free Gmail account configured in Outlook, will the contacts in the Gmail account show up in the Outlook contacts tab? You know I'm fading with the composition of that sentence. Not automatically. It syncs email. See, my Gmail account is a paid account. So maybe mine would sync with contacts. But I think I also have a free Gmail account, so I could test it that way. Not today because I'm fading. I just am not going to last. So that link that Zavi gave me to his Copilot, his shared Copilot, actually opened into my Copilot, I think. I can tell that by opening my sidebar. Yes. Yes, by opening my sidebar, I see my previous conversation. So now this is a new conversation in my Copilot. I'd like to demonstrate that, but not now. So this, where was I? Migration checklist. I was up here. Pick a single source of the truth for contacts and calendar. Gmail is a solid choice. Now, we don't know why she uses multiple different email accounts, and we don't know if the contacts are a different segment of her life, because I've had that where, for instance, clients might have a email account and contacts list that they use for business purposes, and another email account and contacts list for personal matters. In many scenarios, you don't want to mix those. So the proposal of picking a single source for contacts, that could be a non-starter for many people. Export all existing contacts, deduplicate them once using Google Contacts built-in merge tool. Treat Gmail as a master directory. It'd be fine if it's okay for your client. Switch to a standards-based client. Betterbird Thunderbird is a good move. It uses CardDave, CalDave for contacts and calendars, and IMAP for email. This avoids Outlook's proprietary sync quirks and makes the setup transparent and auditable. Yeah, again, if you're making a massive change to a person who doesn't like change, and you don't know everything about what she does, for an individual, for a technically competent individual to make that choice for themselves, it's completely different than making that choice for somebody else. Especially, this is a new client. He told us this is a new client with 7 email accounts. There's a backstory to that. There's stuff going on behind the scenes that you don't know yet. I do not like going in and making mass scale changes until you really know it well, until you really know your client and what they do. Keep legacy accounts for continuity. Configure them in Betterbird as IMAP accounts or forwarding only if supported. That way she won't miss incoming mail, but all sending and contact management happens from the Gmail identity. And has the same pros and cons we already discussed. That's a migration checklist. We don't need to read through that.
Fred chat, please.
Well, this works. One master contact store, IMAP everywhere, open standards, legacy accounts. Let me just finish this out because I'm almost at the end here. If you want to be extra cautious, you could freeze Outlook in read-only mode for a week after migration just to confirm no new duplicates creep in before fully retiring it. Okay, well, this is follow up on its earlier strategy. I'm not a fan of. Asks if I wanted to develop a checklist. No, I don't. Google Workspace Sync for Microsoft Outlook. I've had that in the past for older versions of Outlook. I used to use Outlook all the time. I used to use Outlook synchronized to my Gmail account. I dropped that a long time ago in favor of using the web browser interaction. So let's see, Outlook tools, Google. That's Google GSS. I recognize that. I just can't quite say the name. And a pic of how it looks.
Read chat, please.
Where'd it go? Oh, there. Workspace Sync for Microsoft Outlook. Yeah. It was Windows 7 when I was doing that. I don't think I have any clients doing that currently. Forbidden to use this website. Right click, new tab. He's trying to show a picture of what it looks like. I'll try left click on it, see if that gets me there. Nope. Let's try another technique. Where'd my chat window go? Oh, I lose the chat window when I do that. If I left click on a link, I lose the chat. We've learned that before. Now, if I copy link address, then come to a new tab and paste. Oh, look at all that mess. That's because YouTube is putting in all their extra gibberish for tracking purposes, I think. Let's see, redirect event. I think if I remove some portion of that, I might be able to get to it, but that looks like that's all encrypted. Oh, here's HTTPS. Let's try there. Anybody want to place a wager as to whether this is going to work? If I had I do have a home key. I didn't think I did on this keyboard. Could have done that quicker. See if that gets there. No.
Read chat, please.
Here's a general Google link. You did a Google search. No, I'm not interested. He's going to upload another site. All right, I am over time. It's time to get out of here. I'm trying to give Zavi a chance to bring in some other site to show me what he's trying to show, but are you just trying to make the point about the Google Sync for Outlook, because I'll give you that. I've used it before. There he goes. Now, right click, open a new tab. Yes, yeah. Oh, that's totally familiar. Totally know this. I'm suspecting this is needed even with syncing with a paid account. Okay, but at any rate, somebody else was saying that they can get their contacts in Outlook with the free Gmail. So there's an unresolved difference of opinion there, but that other person might be using that Google Sync for Outlook, GSSMO. Sounds like a food additive. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody. And there's the email address. You can send a question. I love lots of detail in emails for questions for Saturday streams. And even though this thing says 6 days a week, but oh well, what are you going to do? I only work here.
Read chat, please.
That's all, folks.
Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you've dreamed. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you've dreamed. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply more deeply VB, where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme.